3, 2, 1.
And it's game time. ConX5 here. This is the DM Sateca one-on-one tournament. Winners bracket finals. First map here between skAven and ziLL. We've seen both players able to use some very aggressive play to really sort of dominate their matches. And it'll be interesting to see how these two sort of play off of each other, since I think they both had similar tactics and both had success. Early on we see skAven. His hit scan aim has been really on today. He was able to push ziLL away and take that 100 armor completely unmolested there. ziLL, I presume, is going around trying to get that health back, maybe get himself in a better weapons and ammo position. There's quite a few vials on this map that you can soak up. It sounds like he just grabbed the ones by flak. He did, and he's making his getaway now. skAven uses that teleporter to cut him off. You can see him through that window. You can't shoot it through that window, though. Oh, and was that a self-flak? Yeah, it looks like a flak ball by ziLL killed himself. So off to a bad start. 0 to -1. And skAven has all of the control in the map right now. He's got even the vials semi-locked down right now. He's going to need to make his move towards 100 armor soon. So he's waiting for these vials to spawn, but he may get cut off here. ziLL now has the advantage on had the positional advantage, but skAven able to charge up rockets, completely demolish him. Takes a grenade. Oh, jumps over 100 armor. Doesn't end up costing him, but may prevent him from cutting off ziLL's push to the 50 armor. 50 armor goes to ziLL. He's still kind of stuck in that little alcove. He's going to need to work his way out. He does that. skAven still giving chase, though. Oh, and ziLL with a nice aggressive move. This is what I'm talking about. This is why these two players have been effective, is because they haven't been trying to run the whole time. They know when to turn around and fight, because sometimes in these close quarters battles you get a good flak primary, a good rocket or two. You don't necessarily need the health advantage to win a fight here, and you're going to need to see a lot. We're going to see a lot of players needing to get used to the idea of fighting with less than 100 health or with less than 50 armor, whereas in a lot of the other maps you typically have people running away and just trying to control power-ups in the meantime. Oh, ziLL does not hear skAven drop down. skAven using a little bit of the trickeration that we saw used against him in the last match, skipping right down that chimney area, whatever you want to call it, the drop down, right next to 100 armor. Don't know if it didn't make a sound or if he just did it early enough that ziLL didn't hear him, but he's able to sneak up, knock him off of it. Kind of surprised now. skAven over here using a headshot coming in there. That could be huge if he can convert this. He can't convert it. Kind of surprised to see skAven using so much flak primary in that more wide open room there. He's been doing really well shock taping people and just juggling them anytime he can get them into a wide open area. There's not that many on this map, but he's done it very effectively. So 100 armor coming up moderately soon. skAven in position really early for it, trying to push ziLL away from it every way possible so that he doesn't even get a chance to come in and steal it. ziLL goes all the way around, opts out of grabbing health, instead going for the power-up. Almost catches skAven off guard, but he just knew after he didn't hear his footsteps, he was like, okay, something's up here, I need to turn around. Able to catch him with that shock primary right in the ankle. And it's interesting because both of these players are very familiar with this map. You see them doing a good job trying to predict each other, and indeed out-predict each other. Some effective link coming in there, so skAven goes down to 40 health. And even though he's on a killing spree, ziLL's going to be in good position to end that. Oh, a nice jumping combo right there. That minigun's going to chew him up, and that's going to end. Let's go ahead and watch ziLL. As well, I'm kind of surprised there. You see skAven taking, looks like he took a beeline for the flak and then decided to go back for the vials. So thought he was going to pass those up for some reason, maybe to try to be covert. We've seen him do that a couple times. Oh, and a double KO there, which really kind of doesn't benefit anybody because they're both in good position. ziLL, though, not able to get to the 100 armor in time. skAven pistons him off of it, or pistons him after knocking him off of that. So that's a big win by skAven there. So he didn't even have a weapon. Able to get a kill and the 100 armor out of it. And now he's able to go on a run. And if he can be aggressive, he can try to build a really quick lead here. It's going to make it difficult for ziLL to make up the difference. Taking tons of damage, though, by ziLL's flak primary. Ooh, his danger of cratering there. He was a few feet further in the air. He may have killed himself. So flak coming all over the place by ziLL. He's going to go back to the only other health packs left. Well, I guess he still has the one in the middle. skAven now taking damage from all over the place. And you see ziLL's kind of got him on the run. skAven still has a good lead. ziLL isn't super stacked, but when skAven's running around with less than 100 health, oh, he's not going to get a chance to contest that 100 armor. He does sneak in behind him, does a ton of damage, though. And you see right there, ziLL still having 88 health left after all that. So now's when ziLL needs to push the issue. He's got 9 minutes left, plenty of time. But running around with armor is not going to do you any good. You need to force a fight and start winning some of them. In pursuit, you see him spamming one way, coming across the side. Both players, once again, being very familiar with this map's the map flow. And so that teleporter is going to be interesting, or it'll be interesting to see how the teleporter is utilized by each player. Because the one thing about a teleporter is it obviously makes you a little bit predictable, because you can hear where the player is moving in and out. And so, a nice combo coming in there. ziLL goes down. He's going to miss that 50 armor. skAven opts to push him off of the 100. Oh, a flak ball coming in. So skAven there has the a chance to get a kill on there, but that flak ball has completely annihilated him. ziLL's still pretty low, but he'll have plenty of armor. He does need to run and get himself some health, however. Oh, and a nice patient shot by skAven. ziLL actually faked going around through that back alleyway. skAven didn't fall for it, waited in the same spot for a couple seconds, so not a bad idea by ziLL to try to fake him out there, but skAven just maybe was waiting for those footsteps, or maybe just a little bit of bad luck there, and just happened to be still peeking down that hallway. That 50 armor going to ziLL. Oh, a good job. We're seeing from ziLL how these flak primary shots, where if you can get good with that weapon, if you can get into close range, it can let you win a lot of battles that you maybe on paper should be losing. Because the spike damage is just so high and it's so hard to dodge that if you can get 2 or 3 kills a game from that you wouldn't otherwise get, then that could be the a big difference maker. The shock tape battles, I don't think this is going to be ziLL's strength. And I think skAven wants to get into these shock primary fights. So skAven now able to steal that 50 armor away. ziLL was in position to contest it, couldn't really get any good damage put up there. He's going to head up high. You see skAven now sort of desperately trying to locate ziLL without allowing ziLL to locate him. Hasn't picked up anything in quite some time. He's mostly focused on trying to make sure he knows where his opponent is without his opponent knowing where he is. You see him jumping over those vials. We've seen him do that before. Oh, he sees his opponent behind him. So ziLL tried to sneak up behind him. Instead, ended up giving up his position away. So a free 100 armor for skAven. Barely takes any damage off of that. This is not good news for ziLL. However, he will have a chance to contest the next 50 armor as well as pick up vials. You can hear him soaking those up over by the flak side. So skAven's going to cut him off from the shock side so he doesn't pick up those vials as well. Uses that teleport, able to outrun ziLL back to that 50 armor, so good use of the map by skAven. Oh, and a nice cutoff. That's pure prediction right there. Waiting for that spawn to come in. I think he spawned up at flak. Yeah, he knows where he is. Gonna try to keep him off of that 100 armor, but ziLL very dangerous with that flak cannon. You've seen a bunch of flak primaries come out. He's one hit away, able to take him down. You know, if you're skAven, you might almost start thinking about controlling that flak cannon, because that's really what ziLL has been doing, or has been using to keep himself in this game. I mean, he's still down 4, but there's plenty of time left, and if you can keep that flak away from ziLL, I think skAven has a really good chance to come across or come through this as a winner. But right now, ziLL is just using that very effectively. Oh, able to do a ton more damage right there. Health packs are gone, so he's looking pretty dangerous right now. Gonna try to sneak a kill out of this, but that minigun, so smart move by skAven, knowing how much health ziLL had. Pretty much just had to sneeze on him to kill him. But yeah, you're looking at over 1,100 damage coming out from the flak cannon alone. by ziLL. So, I mean, that's going to be, like I said, as much damage as the shock is for skAven. So you see which weapons these players are favoring by a large margin. And that's right along with what we've seen so far in this tournament. I do, in theory, think that this map would tend to favor Flak a little bit more, at least more than other TT maps. But skAven's been able to convert all of these opportunities he's had into kills, and he's running around with 150 armor, still looking really good. But it is a little nerve-wracking whenever your opponent is able to jump at you with that flak and take away all your armor that quickly. skAven dodges all the flak there. He's going to try to make his way across the map. Ooh, tries for a piston. Oh, able to get that flak kill himself. And now he's on the attack. Going to try to cut off. No, it doesn't even get challenged at the 100 armor. So ziLL right now is just trying to get some sneak attack damage, break him down however he can. Does a pretty good job there, but he's still not in position to fight a one-on-one fight. He's going to jump into him anyway, but that's just going to be giving away a free kill, as he doesn't even hardly do any damage that fight. skAven jumping straight into the fray. He's again forcing that issue, knowing he has the health and armor advantage, and so barring any great shots by ziLL, skAven knows he can jump in there and have the advantage in a fight and convert that into points. And he's doing that right now before his armor gets depleted by another flak primary, which is just what we saw, and another one comes in. So was that actually a double KO right there? Looks like that might have been a minigun flak primary double KO. Oh, skAven able to steal that 100 armor. ziLL's not too happy about that. Oh, and he goes down. So he's going to come back and get a little retaliation, but of course now he's down to 15 health, so ziLL trying to even out that frag, but he's going to be living dangerously here, trying to knock skAven off this armor. Oh, he actually misses it himself. Pistons up, down to 10 health. He can't piston back up. Oh, that's heartbreaking for ziLL. You see the 100 armor advantage and 50. Pretty much all the pickups are advantage ziLL at this point, or excuse me, advantage skAven at this point. Although ziLL has picked up more health, but it's hard to really say how much of that was vials and how much of it was health packs. And I think what we're seeing right now is ziLL is just kind of struggling to win these one-on-one fights. I know that may sound goofy to say in a one-on-one fighting game type, but he's putting himself in decent position, and he's just getting out fragged. The shock, especially, as we saw those numbers, the shock by skAven really being effective at pushing him around the map and keeping him at a distance. When ziLL has been able to force these close quarters fights, his flak has been extremely effective, although skAven's has been pretty effective itself. But clearly, advantage ziLL when it comes to these close quarters flak fights. However, we haven't seen it come into play as much. It looks like maybe skAven might have gotten wise to what's been killing him a ton. We've seen him running around with flak and trying to deny it to ziLL a couple times. Oof. Still getting chased through that teleporter. Down by 17 now. So with a minute left, it's pretty much going to do it. So we'll pour through some of these stats. This is going to be best of 3. So both players, will get a chance. skAven can, either try to close this match out, secure a spot in the grand final, or ziLL can try to pull even again and force a third map. You can see the stats. Pickups completely one-sided. And of course, damage done also completely one-sided. And there you see skAven. You see his damage from the flak actually going way up. Looks like he did definitely adjust to ziLL's playstyle and started controlling that flak and using it against him. Knowing that ziLL was trying to force these close-quartered battles, he was just using it right, using his own tactic against him, and all of a sudden ziLL then fights flak against flak instead of flak against shock. So a good job by skAven. I don't know how much of that was conscious, versus just sort of subconscious instincts. But that's what happened, and we saw it work out in skAven's favor. So we'll see what happens next map, because we're already voting it right back up.